real software is never just written in one sitting. A serious program is built through a disciplined life cycle. You work out what's needed, design it, build it, test it hard, then keep it alive for years. Skip a stage and the whole thing crumbles. This is the discipline that separates a hobby script from professional engineering. Let's walk the whole life cycle, look at the different ways teams run it, and see how rigorous testing is what actually keeps the bugs out. It begins with analysis. Pin down exactly what the program must do, the requirements, before writing any code. Then design, plan the structure, the data, the algorithms. Get these two right and implementation, the actual coding, becomes almost mechanical. Then come the stages that never really end. Testing checks the program does what it should, and only that. And maintenance keeps it working after release, fixing bugs found in the wild and adapting it as the world changes around it. There's more than one way to order these stages. The waterfall model runs them strictly once, top to bottom, each finished before the next begins. It's clear and easy to manage, but rigid. If the requirements were wrong, you find out far too late. Iterative and agile development fix that. Instead of one giant pass, you build in small cycles. A little analysis, design, code and test, then repeat, improving with each loop. The customer sees working software early and often, and changes are welcomed, not feared. Good testing isn't random clicking, it's a strategy. You deliberately choose test data of three kinds: normal data, ordinary values that should be accepted; boundary data, the values right at the edge of what's allowed; and erroneous data, rubbish that must be rejected. Boundary values matter most because that is exactly where the bugs hide. If a field accepts ages 1 to 100, you test 0, 1, 100, and 101. Off by one errors live right there at the edges and nowhere else. When a test fails, debugging begins, the hunt for why. You reproduce the fault, narrow down where it happens, and fix the root cause, not just the symptom. Tools like breakpoints and trace tables let you freeze the program and watch its variables, step by step. And the work doesn't stop at launch. Maintenance keeps the software healthy for years, correcting bugs that slip through, adapting to new hardware or laws, and adding features users ask for. Most of a program's life and cost is spent here, long after version 1 ships. Software follows a life cycle. Analyze the requirements, design the solution, implement the code, test it thoroughly, and maintain it for years. Each stage feeds the next, and skipping the early ones is what dooms a project. How you run that life cycle is the methodology. Waterfall does each stage once, in strict order, simple but rigid. Iterative and agile development repeat short cycles, delivering working software early, and quality comes from rigorous testing. Use normal, boundary, and erroneous test data, focusing on the edges where bugs hide, then debug to the root cause. Maintenance keeps the software valuable long after it first ships. The professional tooling around all this comes with further study.